The Yakuza series has enjoyed renewed interest, with several PS4 installments selling remarkably well, after a sales slump in Western territories had resulted in less localization. Now, Ryuga Gotoku Studio start a new chapter with Judgment, a Kamurocho set spin-off which subdues the Yakuza lifestyle for a Law & Order-esque mystery, though doesn't entirely erase the influences of the former. While Judgment comes with a lot of features we've come to expect from the studio, there's enough wrinkles and an extremely well told story to make it worth a look for both fans of the studio and those who have yet to experience this kind of game. Once a promising lawyer, Takayuki Yagami, through a series of events, ends up becoming a private detective, taking on less public cases for the individuals of Kamurocho, along with his friend and former clan member Kaito. But as Yagami investigates a murder tied to a Yakuza figure from his past, it turns out merely to be the start of a weaving, complex thread that involves a major conspiracy, multiple grisly murders, and a deep connection to Yagami's past and his upbringing in a Yakuza clan without actually being a member. It's a slow burner, but ultimately rather riveting, and highly satisfying to explore. Unravelling the web of plot twists is rewarding and bolstered by likeable characters. Whether it's the chemistry between Yagami and Kaito, the well-timed cliffhangers which keep you wanting more, or the nail-biting moments of tension, it keeps you glued. Judgment bears a lot of similarities to other Ryuga Gotoku Studio games. Players can once again divide their time between story chapters, a bevy of city-focused activities, and side cases, which run the gambit from insanity to seriousness. But there's quite a few tweaks which distinguish Yagami from his predecessors. Borrowing the multi-style combat from Yakuza 0, you can freely switch between a slower, targeted tiger stance, or the faster, crowd-controlling crane style. After hitting and blocking attacks, X-Charge can be used to either perform painful specials or charged attacks. Yagami, despite being more fragile as a result, can use parkour-style attacks such as wall jumps to diversify his arsenal. Couple this with other add-ons such as extracts, which give you temporary boosts and can be crafted using resources from the city, help Judgment stand out. Of course, being a detective, Yagami also brings several investigative functions to his adventure. Sequences have you looking to pick clues out of an environment, clues to help crack a case, and while quite straightforward, they break up the action nicely. Clues can also be presented, and characters questioned, somewhat recalling elements from Ace Attorney, although there's little room for error sadly, and incorrect answers usually result in little punishment. Lockpicking makes an appearance, including cracking safes and opening doors, and disguises offer a comedic chance to blend in, both of which are fine. The only downer comes from tailing suspects, which often feels a touch overlong, but unlike some of the weaker examples of tailing, it doesn't punish detection too harshly, avoiding frustration. Not everything is a winner, but the distinct elements are still welcome. Much like Yakuza, Judgment and Kamurocho's intimate locale is brimming with activities. Kamurocho handily tracks these, and the list is staggering. Restaurants each come with their own delicacies to taste. Arcades feature fully playable classics such as Space Harrier and Virtua Fighter 5 Showdown. Drone racing lets you customize your drone and partake in leagues, and hidden QR codes around the map unlock skills and extra parts. Side cases are in-depth and feature a full set of oddities, from stopping a psychotic bomber to finding a cat worth millions. You can also befriend people around the map by performing tasks which placate them. Not everything is awesome, such as the slightly underwhelming VR board game, but the plethora of activities could easily bump gameplay up to around the 70-hour mark, and almost all of it is worthwhile. It's just a shame that karaoke is absent.
でもやっぱ相手が悪いと思うよ。
Powered by the same engine which fueled Yakuza 6, Judgment is a visual and audio treat. Characters look detailed and express fluidly during cutscenes. Kamurocho is lively with both detail and NPCs, and lighting tweaks and weaves depending on the time of day, making for a distinct scene no matter the time. While suffering from some frame rate stutters, it doesn't spoil the numerous moments of visual superiority. The sound is also excellent, particularly the music, which includes saxophone-led homages to noir, a bevy of combat-enhancing beats, and other varied, engrossing tracks. The voice work is a two-headed beast, featuring both the original Japanese and, a first since the 2005 original, English dub.
Hello, Yagami-san.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. You, getting situated?
Yes. Everyone here is just great.
The latter is better than you'd expect, bar some off-lip syncing, so either option is great. And as you'd expect, combat hits with the weight of a sledgehammer. Judgment is a spin-off which pulls off a rare feat, appealing to both established fans looking for more, while also serving as a great opener for those uninitiated. It weaves traditional Yakuza gameplay with an engrossing new story, reinvigorated combat, and a lengthy list of activities. While some of the new elements don't fully pan out, and a few minor issues can dampen the experience, the majority of these can be overlooked when there's so much to do, such an excellent story to unravel, and a likeable band of misfits to follow. If you are looking for a densely packed, addictive, and well-crafted world to explore, Judgment should fit the bill nicely.
なんだおら